evening, good morning, good night. Depends on when you guys catch this video. I don't know if anybody is aware of what's going on in Aurora, Colorado. Well, this young lady right here goes by the name of Golden Hour Effect on TikTok. And you guys can go there and shout her out, go there and follow her, just catch up on the stuff that's going on.
Gangs that have pretty much overrun the entire building and taken control of the building. They say it's not the code violations that the city claims.
An undocumented immigrant is not a criminal, and we have to correct course in this conversation. An undocumented immigrant is not a criminal, and we have to correct course in this conversation.
Okay, before I get to what the main topic is, I just want to give you a little background on what's going on currently in Aurora, Colorado, where they have Venezuelan gang members going to different apartment complexes and taking over the building. People have called the police, the FBI, the marshals. They're telling them there's nothing they can do about it. Why you have illegal migrants coming over here to our country and taking over apartment buildings, collecting rent, and then when the measure comes, there's nothing that they can do about it because they don't have any money, because these immigrants have came over and taken over certain apartment complex in our state right now. In my state right now of California, there are many homeless people are currently on the street, families and single people been homeless maybe for years. But the migrants come over here, they're being housed by busloads into apartment complexes, into Airbnbs, into hotels with fully kitchens. But you have people that are in certain government housing agency lists that been on there for years. There's nothing they can do about it, but they're housing the immigrants before people that already been in the states. Where did that? I can't believe that. But I just heard, I just played what Kamala just said. Immigrants are not a problem here in America. And I want to show y'all the video, but y'all probably have seen it because they got weapons drawn, and I don't want that to affect my channel. So I'm not going to show that here, but I just want to give y'all just a little bit of background on what's really going on here in Aurora, Colorado.
And that's just a signal that this place has been, that they have already carried out the evictions, that this place has been vacated, and now the cleanup begins here. Now we watched as code enforcement and police officers went door to door to make sure that each of the apartment was cleared out. Piles of trash, they're being cleared out in the parking lot. We showed you that a little bit earlier, but the city of Aurora, this is Aurora, Colorado.
Okay, so we have many videos on TikTok about the Aurora takeover from gang members. So get in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this. So get in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this alleged takeover by Venezuelan gang members in Aurora, Colorado. That families is being evicted out of their homes. They've been trying to call local officials for help. There's no help. And police said there's nothing they can do about it. So on that note, let's go over to the main topic on what we really came here for. And those who watch my content that is from a different ethnic group, and if it offend you guys, my attention is no trying to offend anyone. I'm just reporting the news, giving my opinion on what's going on across America. So again, we have this young lady right here. I'm going by the name of Golden Hour Effects on TikTok. Her family was just illegally evicted out of their apartment to house in illegal immigrants. I'm going to give y'all the full video and breakdown on what's really going on when I say that people are being kicked out of their house just for migrants to live comfortable because you know government assistance pays any apartment complex or any person that has available room in their home. The government will pay you to house immigrants inside of your own home if you're willing to be a participant of that program. But the homeless people that's already here, ain't nobody paying nobody to let them come stay at their house. But they will allow illegal immigrants. The government is paying people to allow legal immigrants to come stay at your house. And I don't know how. And you get paid per person, not a family, but you get paid per person. For those who know about the legal stuff that goes on when you come across the I think they call them a runner. I think they call them a runner, where you go over to Mexico or whatever, TJ, how you want to call it, because I stay right across from the border. We in California, TJ is right next door to us. So you know someone that knows someone, okay, I'm going to charge them like $5,000 to come over here. I'm using my car to go get how many people they can fit in there, but I'm charging each person $5,000. You get it? So if you put someone into your home, the government is paying that. So why is there not anything for people that's already in our communities that's getting help like this from the government programs? These people have more rights for coming from where they're coming from and coming to our state. They got more rights than us. This don't make no sense. That's why I said be careful who y'all vote for. But y'all know my stance already. If you watched the video yesterday, you watched the video yesterday. But y'all already know my stance. Be careful who you vote for, because they all are not for us. When I say us, people look like us. So Aurora Colorado apartments are legally evicting tenants to house immigrants. Well, immigrants. I keep saying immigrants. Migrants. My bad. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry for that. Migrants. Not immigrants. Migrants. And this is her story. She said, my family and I were legally evicted and lost all of our personal belongings.
Everybody in court. How can I help you? I need an explanation for why my mom paid this much rent, but y'all decided to go in there and clean all of the important stuff out. I have baby pictures in there. My mom has certificates in there. We have important stuff in there, and we paid the rent. And it's still not September 1st, but the apartment, and you guys are getting sued.
Okay.
So this needs to be a part of that.
Okay. So,
What's the explanation?
so my understanding was that the keys were turned in by
No.
last month.
No.
Okay.
My mom has a money order for the rent that was paid here. So explain that. A money order from July 31st to September or August 31st.
Excuse
Right,
me,
so
y'all.
I'm looking into it on that, and I'm not sure.
No, the rent was
I
paid.
understand that.
Okay, so I need to understand what's going on. Where's the keys at? Do you have the keys?
Into the unit. That unit has already been.
Exactly. And the rent is paid.
So am I going to get a chance to talk? Or should I
Yes.
just reclose it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So as I stated, we're looking into the situation. My understanding was that she turned in keys to the unit, at which point the unit was then considered to be vacated.
So what about if the rent is paid? You're not answering that.
Will be refunded.
That is not an option.
It is an option.
No,
Money
it's
would be
not. The month
refunded
is
at that point.
over.
It doesn't matter. From when she paid, the money would be refunded from when she turned in
Okay,
keys.
she already had. Hold on, I'm gonna open the door because he's the one who has it. He's the one who
Right now, it doesn't make any sense on what the manager is saying. Okay, this young lady, mom paid the rent already for the whole month. Someone turned in some keys, allegedly. And also, there's no paperwork on what's going on. If y'all, I watched this previously, so I don't want to jump ahead, but let me just let y'all listen to some more of what's going on before I give my commentary.
and such. My understanding was that they turned in keys to the unit at the beginning of this month in August.
Where's the keys? Right here.
I understand
Well, what
that.
keys were turned in? Let me see, Joe. The keys were right there.
Hold on. So, if anybody was going to turn the keys in, that would be me or Alexis.
Okay, and so my understanding is that Alexis turned in keys for the unit,
Alexis,
and then that was when the unit was considered vacant.
hold on. Hold on.
Right.
But the keys are right here on the key chain.
His keys.
No, we only have 2 keys. We have 2 keys. 2 keys.
I have them both.
Right
Okay.
here.
Alexis doesn't have a key.
Okay, well, the key was turned in to us by Alexis to my former assistant manager.
No, it wasn't. This is false information, and the preserve is.
So now, y'all, all of a sudden, it was turned in. A key was turned in to the former assistant manager. So all of a sudden, now this assistant manager no longer work here. How convenient is that now? So everything happened when this other manager was here. So it's multiple managers that work in this office building. So can any other manager that was there can collaborate on what you saying or what happened with the keys and the eviction or whatever? It's because this is like a legal eviction at this point. So since the other manager is no longer here, can anyone else collaborate that someone came in the office and turned their keys in? Is it on video camera? Because, yes, we're going to have to subpoena those cameras, too. And then we're going to subpoena who the ex assistant manager is. It sounds like this woman right here is full of bacon fat. She's full of pork. She's full of something. She been eating a lot of hog maws and chitlins. And her pores and stuff is clogged up. She be eating a lot of tamales and rice and beans. Because it's not she full of shit. But moving on.
Hi.
Alexis, when did you turn in the keys to these guys?
She knows she's lying.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
the reason why I'm saying that is that I went, the email and everything that you guys sent.
Excuse me.
We have them. We have up until the end of this month. I went to Walmart and paid the rent up to the end of this month. We have our stuff in there. I have both keys.
Both keys.
So if anybody was going to turn in keys, that would be me, not Alexis. Because she don't have any keys to turn in.
Right, so I understand that, and I am not sure what happened. This is something that happened with my now former assistant manager. I'm figuring out this information today. So she doesn't work here anymore.
It doesn't matter.
So,
That doesn't matter.
no, I understand.
That doesn't matter.
100%, and I
I
understand.
have 2 shoes left.
That doesn't
So
matter.
I understand, like I'm saying to you, I'm working on figuring out on my end what happened because this was not something that I was a part of. So my understanding was that I was told by her, she told maintenance, the keys were turned in and that unit was vacant to trash it out and to go ahead and get ready with the make ready's process. That was what she was told.
Okay, where are the keys?
So
Where are the keys?
the keys are,
What key? Where are the keys?
Where are the
we
keys?
have a copy of the keys.
That's not the original keys.
we're not gonna do
Do you understand that valuable
I
things
do
were taken
understand.
out of the apartment?
I do understand.
I have things in there that are important. You're not closing any door, and we're staying here. The fuck? You guys are lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're sitting here lying. That's how valuable the stuff is that y'all threw away. Do you understand? Not only are you getting sued for the apartment, you're getting sued for emotional damage. Do you understand? The stuff is valuable.
Ma'am, you screaming at me.
I don't care. You guys, and this is for the court so the judge knows how much I'm hurt about the things. All you guys are responsible. I don't care if it was a former anything. You're responsible now.
understand her emotions and her aggressions and how hostile to tease she is, because I felt the same way when they came and did that to my mother-in-law at her house. Threw away all her belongings. I mean, some heirlooms, stuff that can be passed down from generation to generation to my children, her grandchildren. I understand all that. There's stuff that can't be replaced. You can't replace baby pictures. You can't replace heirlooms that have been passed down from generation to generation. You can't replace that. You can't write a check and say, okay, this is how much I think this costs. You can't replace none of that. So people say, oh, she's so hostile, she needs to calm down, she's emotional. Of course she is, because you can't write a check out and say, here, this is how much we think this costs. Some people work their whole lives to save up money to buy certain items that they cherish. You can't put a price on that.
Is that how we give a 60-day notice? We pay our rent. We have. Okay,
No, I understand.
You give us the notification on both parties. We
Right.
all have an understanding of when that 60 days is up.
No, absolutely.
And then rent is paid.
Right. So like I'm saying,
Up until the end of this month. Today is the 27th, and from my understanding, that work usually takes anywhere from 3 to 5 days to do.
Correct.
Which brings it about last week is when that stuff was torn apart. So how do you go into a unit that is one paid for? Two, you haven't given us any notification of anything.
Nothing.
Because even in the case where
Nothing.
we're defaulting, let's just say we didn't pay shit, right? And then we're defaulting, we still have property in there.
Exactly.
Under an eviction law, we are entitled
No, absolutely.
to
Exactly.
notification. How do you go into a unit and there's all that stuff in there, and they didn't click on anybody to say that, hey, we are coming to work here, so come and get your shit out.
They didn't file the legal.
I understand. And
How do you guys do that?
I understand. Like I said, I'm looking into it still on my end. It's brand new. Report. It's
And even as an assistant manager, and I think she's the regular manager, you still have to have protocol when you're doing eviction notices, so you won't have to go through stuff like this, so you can cross your T's and dot your I's, so it won't be illegal eviction and you're going to cause your property to lose money and getting sued for something that was a misunderstanding. For my understanding, for all this going on, it was a legal eviction. So I can't say that she's lying because I don't know. I'm only going by what I'm seeing and what I have heard. But what's going on right now so far, this was illegal. You said that someone came in and brought in some keys, and then the manager, she's no longer work here all of a sudden. So this is crazy. This is crazy. I don't understand it. But all I know is that you guys legally evicted these people. You guys threw out all of their belongings on the street, saying that it was they abandoned the property. How could they abandon the property if you guys said that they turned in Alexis, whoever Alexis is, turned in some keys? So you telling me this woman came in to your office to turn in some keys after she done paid her rent for the whole month and had 2 weeks left, and they gonna abandon all their property inside the apartment? You smoking. Get out of here. Get out of here. You telling me that this woman paid her rent for the whole month, and then she gonna turn in her keys and then leave her property inside the house and it being abandoned? It sound like y'all lying. Y'all, I don't know how y'all came up with this to evict them. I don't know if y'all had a problem with them prior to them staying in the apartment complex. But it sounds like some bullshit. A bullshit? What that little boy say? A bullshit? A bullshit? There's a lot of bullshit going on in Colorado. It's a lot of bullshit going on in Colorado.
brand new for me.
My bad, you guys.
Stated, my assistant manager informed us the keys were turned in, that the unit was vacant, and to go ahead and move forward with that process.
What's your assistant
I
manager's
apologize. Her name is Riley Shaw.
Riley Shaw.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
when was she the last manager? What was the
She-
last day of her
last-
employment?
My apologies, you
It
guys.
was Friday.
Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
So that was
So-
only maybe 4 days ago.
Yes. So like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what the situation is. My understanding was that Alexis had left and that we were to go ahead and move forward with trashing out the unit, that the items that were in there were abandoned, and to move forward at that point. So, as you're saying,
But you received rent for all
For the month.
yes, I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. So, I was not aware that the rent was paid for the month. This was something that
I have the receipt in my car right now.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I was not aware that the rent was paid in full up until today.
So
that's
you
what I'm
guys
saying.
not go and check?
So we did go.
You received a 60-day notice where Riley Robinson signed the 60-day notice, which I have proof of.
Right, and I totally understand that.
Lawsuit.
100%.
You guys are
No,
getting sued.
I understand that.
You're gonna get
So,
served.
There's some of the things, see, the stuff that really bothers me is the fact that some of the things that they trash, you can't put value
You
on
can't.
it.
No, I understand
Baby
that.
Because
pictures, elementary school
even
certificates.
if I tell you,
You don't understand.
that
Y'all don't
I
understand.
have 2 pairs of shoes left.
You don't get it.
That's all I have left.
But the assistant called
I
me
can
and
tell
saying
you I
he's
have
somebody
10
is vacant, so for this reason I go with not the
Checking. You don't want to. You can't go through things like that.
You understand?
Trash it all.
Yes, sir.
And it's just
pay
gone.
company for trash out, yeah?
I
So
understand.
illegal eviction, no
I
notice,
understand.
no
Not
anything.
illegal eviction.
It
We
is
were
an
under the-
illegal eviction.
No, so
It
we were under the
is.
impression, we were
It
told
absolutely is.
that the unit was vacant.
Rent.
That's different. We were told
Why
the unit was
didn't
vacant.
you go through and look through paperwork and double check as a manager? Why did you not do
Because
that?
it was not, the process had already been begun before I came up.
So there's no double
that's what I'm
checking,
saying.
there's no anything. So
No,
when
what I'm
a
saying
management
is that
changes
I'm looking
management,
into it now on my end. There's no management.
Okay,
change
well,
management. I came in and
I
the
just
system
can't.
had already begun.
I just can't
So I'm
understand
My apologies.
that, you know, how there are laws in this country.
No.
Even if somebody vacated, look, even if somebody vacated a place, right? I understand that, like, until the keys are turned, that's why I don't understand. Because
The keys are right
I have
here.
no keys.
the keys are right
I am
here.
the
So
only
explain
I say
that.
somebody bring back the key
She
here.
wanted to come and get her stuff.
Do you
But
not
because I was at work and I had the keys, she couldn't come. Yesterday, I passed through to come grab a water dispenser. We had a fully furnished apartment.
Yeah.
We had taken some clothes from the bedrooms, but the living room, the kitchen, everything was still in there. How do you get into an apartment like that and nothing
Exactly.
clicks and you don't
Nothing.
call anybody?
Nothing.
And all of a sudden, just
let me
crush
just tell you
anything.
on our end, I cannot tell you how many units are left half fully furnished.
That has nothing
And
to do with us.
No, but I understand that in
Nothing.
this situation. But there are often times that units are just abandoned with items in them, with personal belongings,
That has
all of those
nothing.
things.
You send notices, you
As I
send
stated,
emails.
yes, I understand. So as I stated,
And the rent was paid.
I am still looking into the situation. I am trying to figure out what happened and what went wrong. I do not have an answer for you today. I do not have your items.
And then what she said that some apartments are left abandoned with items people don't want. From what they're saying, the whole house was still furnished. Everything was still there. Their clothing, the furniture, the bedroom suits, the kitchen appliances. Everything was left in the apartment because they was not moving out yet. They had 60 days. She gave a 60-day notice. That's 2 months. So since they was already in the process of moving out, but the keys were not turned in, so they said, okay, we're going to help y'all out because the government is going to pay us to house these migrants in here. So whatever legal action that they're going to take, we're just going to have to go ahead and go with the punches. But right now, since they was already moving out, we're going to help them float along. That's what it sounded like to me. What about you guys? This was an illegal eviction. And it's a civil matter at this moment. I'm going through the same thing right now. As we speak, I'm going through the same thing right now. So I can understand their frustration. To the T. We gotta go to court tomorrow. On a restraining order.
I do not have a way to get
And you don't know where they send those things to?
No, I don't have any of those things. I do not
You
know.
cleaned the apartment out.
We have
Where's it
a-
at?
No,
I know.
You just said you remember.
we have a
Yeah, I
trash.
remember the apartment, but I called the company for trash out.
Let me hear that. Hold on. What'd you say?
I called the company for
Okay,
trash out.
so
It's a
you're
process.
also a part of this.
Yeah, but no, it's my problem. My problem is fix the apartment. That's it.
That's it.
But you
So I'm
called
not
the
working for them.
company.
Yes.
Yeah, I am maintenance supervisor, but supposed to be.
So again,
What is the name of the company?
it would have been
Alvarado Solution is the name of the
to
company.
trash it out.
Empado?
Alvarado.
Alvarado Solutions.
Yes, sir.
And how long ago?
Went to the police department.
Yeah.
So now the young lady went to the police station to see what they have to say about this, but at this point I think it's a civil matter. They got it's like a process to be taken. Like I said, I'm going through the same thing as we speak now. Yeah, I'm going through the exact same damn thing.
With the front desk technician who explained to us that blah blah blah. And the best way to do it is email yourself. Type yourself an email, send it.
Okay.
Guess what? You document it.
Yeah, it's documented. That's why I was saying, like, I want everything to be documented so that they see. Yeah.
Because it's not criminal, we can't document it.
Okay. Yeah.
There's no difference.
Yeah. I wanted it for court, especially. So if I can just document it, then and that would be good. Then I'll just do that.
When your mom went in there, did they sign a paper? Did she sign a paper saying that there was an extension being made, or was it just like word? So you know how like some leasing offices have multiple like property managers or whatever?
Yeah.
Did she go in and speak to somebody specifically and say, "Give me this money"?
There were emails exchanged also, and my mom is the only one who seems to have the paperwork because they switched management. And she was like, "Oh, that manager quit on Friday, so she doesn't have anything to recollect what happened." But she lied and said that we turned in the keys, but my mom has the 2 keys that are given. So it's illegal what they did. And not only that, they're housing illegal immigrants there that have no documentation at all. On top of that,
Yeah, kind
What's
of.
the address?
it's 1006 South Elkhart Way, apartment 303. And it's just like, they don't understand that not only did they throw away couches and expensive things, like I cannot get my baby pictures back. I can't get my stuff from elementary school back. And they're not even in a rush to try and figure out what's going on. They did no type of communication where they contact people who are evicted. They did nothing. They just took everything out of a paid-for apartment.
Even if it was.
My apologies, you guys.
Then the point of them being evicted, they would still have to send out a notice.
A notice or something,
Hey, we're
yeah.
getting rid of your stuff. Come and get it.
Here's something that I do see a lot as well. Sorry, not. People. It's kind of exactly like you said. People will go in and say, "Can I please have an extension?" And then the person who they take the extension from, or they take the money from, leave. I've heard that of a couple of times here. Unfortunately, if that's the case, where they did just take your money and kind of go, that is something that you guys would still have to take them to civil court for.
See,
Because
it's
they
a
took
civil
their
action.
money. They were an employee of that complex or organization there. They're the ones that took the money, whether they're still there or not.
It's
Yeah.
definitely gonna be some lawsuits and some court going on. She just wanted to come up here to.
Well, like I just told you guys, it's a civil matter. There's nothing the police officers can do because when we had got to our little altercation and the police was called and we was explaining to the police what's going on and all that, the police said there's nothing that they can do about it. We got to take this to court because it's a civil matter. It's a civil matter, and so that's what we're doing now. So that's all I can give the young lady as advice on. It's a civil matter. I'm quite sure that she know all the ins and outs now because it was recorded, about 13 hours ago? So if you guys see right there, she got a lot of comments on her page. And again, if you guys have any advice for her, her TikTok channel is called Golden Hour Effect on TikTok. I wish her nothing but the best, and I hope situated, because you know there's a lot of stuff going on in this world, and with these migrants coming over here, getting more rights than people that's already in this world, in this state that I stay in. They're getting more rights than we have when we already stay here. They're getting housed. They're getting all these government assistance approved before people that's been here for years. They're making their life more easy and more comfortable for them than people that lives here. And there's nothing that we can do about it. There's nothing that we can do about it. We can go do some marches and protests. At the end of the day, what is that going to do? Nothing. And when we go down to the polls to vote, they're telling us when they have their rallies what they're going to do, but when it's time to do it, do they do it? It's just like an act. It's a performance. It's to make everything sound good, look good, wrap it up in a pretty little bow and say, here you go. And then when you open it up, it's a box full of shit. That's all it is. A box full of shit wrapped up in a nice, pretty bow. And they expect you to accept it. They've been doing this way before I was even born. Politicians, I'm talking about. But it is what it is. I just hate that her family's going through this. Hey, I'm going through the same thing too. So life is still life, and I'm still here. I got life in my body. You know, God's still granting me, you know, to be here. So, you know, we have some challenges every day, but still, those are material things, and you know, we're not in our home anymore. But hey, God made a way for me still to have a roof over my head where I'm at. And I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful for that. He's still providing a way for me. It's not somewhere I wanted to. As I'm looking around this room now, it's not somewhere I want to be at. But hey, I'm comfortable. I'm not in danger. It's not affecting my stability of life. It could be better. I wish it could be better. But I only can do what I have the income to do with. And I'm still going through my health issues. So hey, I just pray and thank God that He's still allowing a way, because it could be worse. So hey, it's thank God life. Time is good, time is bad. Put your faith in God. He will see you through. He is all understanding. God, I love you. I love you, and I hope you love yourself more. Keep it in mind, it'll get greater later. Because a lot more people in this world that are currently living physically on the street, on the sidewalk. You have to get in the road because they're on a sidewalk sleeping. They have tents, sleeping under tents in the dirt. And who am I to complain because I'm not in a luxury ass apartment or something? It's all material things. You have it one day, the next day could be gone. I'm not better than anyone else. I'm comfortable because God sees fit for me to still be here, and that's the end of conversation. And to my kings and my queens, my crowns and my tiaras, I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I have a lot to do tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on the upload tomorrow or not. It is what it is, and hey, God loves you. Hope you love yourself even more. Bye, you guys.